Hello everyone, I'm Anastasia. Welcome back to another session of Fundamental of Nursing. In today's session, we are going to discuss about a very small topic, that is the definition and the characteristics of a profession. So what do you think is a profession? A profession is nothing but a calling that requires a specific knowledge, practice, or skills. It is also an occupation with ethical component which is devoted in order to promote the human and the social welfare. So here, as I've said, that profession is nothing but a calling that requires a specific knowledge, skills, or experience. So here, as a nurse, this nursing profession is also a calling that requires a person to develop certain skills, good knowledge, and experiences in order to provide a good healthcare services to the people. So every occupation has its own ethical component that has been formulated in order to devote and to promote the human as well as the social welfare. Now let us look about the various criteria of a profession. Here, the first criteria is to provide a needed services to the society. Now, for example, if you are a nurse, it is your role and responsibilities that you must provide all the healthcare services to the people who is living in the particular society which you are working for. The second one is to advance the knowledge in its field. So here, for example, we nurses knows that, as years are passing, there are various research which is being conducted in order to advance the nursing care provided to the people. So here it is necessary that you should not only stop yourself from learning, and you should try to find out various new informations or various new techniques which has been developed and try to put them into practice in order to enhance the knowledge in this particular field. The third criteria is to protect the members of the profession and also to help them put whatever they have learned into practice effectively. And they also may develop a scientific technique which has proven that, this particular technique has been tested successfully. So we must always put this technique into practice. So we must always develop a technique that is a result of the tested experiences. The next is to demand the profession for a body of specialized as well as systematized training. So these are the few basic criteria of a profession. However, there are more criteria of a profession which is given by Brixler. Here, according to him, these are the following criteria of a profession. The first one here is that a profession is a form of employment, especially one that is being respected in the society as an honorable one and is possible for only an educated person or a person who has a good technical skills, who have undergone through various trainings in some specific branch of knowledge. A profession must also have its own body of knowledge based on the social as well as the scientific principles. The members of the particular profession must also try to utilize his or her own knowledge in order to identify and solve if there is any problem within the profession. Here, profession does not only require academical or theoretical aim, but it also requires a service aim. So here, we as nurses, no matter how much knowledge we have or no matter how much skillful we are, we should always have the will to provide these services to others. If we don't have the will to provide these services to others, then no matter how much knowledge or no matter how much skillful we are, we cannot put this into practice. The next is the particular profession must constantly enlarge its body of knowledge by conducting various researches in order to improve its service. This is very important. Imagine being in the medical field, and if research was not done, if we have not developed any new services, then don't you think we will not be finding any cure for any of the diseases which is happening around the world now? Like for example, cancers. Before that, it was said that there was no cure for cancers, but because of the various researches which was being conducted, then only they found that we can manage this, and if it is in the earlier stage, we can also treat this disease condition. A profession will also determine the necessary qualification which is needed in order to enter into practice. Every profession will have its own code of ethics. They will also provide a freedom of action, opportunity for continuous professional growth as well as economic society. Each profession will have its own specific services to provide to the people, and also the members of the profession will have the autonomy in decision making as well as putting them into practice. So these are the various criteria of a profession which was given by Brixler. Now next we are going to look about what are the various characteristics of a profession. Here the first one is that a basic profession will require an extended education of its members as well as a basic liberal foundation. So here it is very obvious that if you want to enter in any kind of profession, you must at least have some knowledge about the profession, some liberal foundation, and then you must also have the extended education which is needed in order for you to enter into that particular profession. The second one here says that a profession will always have a theoretical body of knowledge from which the members of the profession will be able to put all these knowledge into practice and help themselves develop their skills, ability, as well as their jobs. So the next one states that each member of the profession will be having their authority to control their own work. So here, as a nurse, we also have the authority of controlling the care which we are providing to the patient. When we are providing care to the patient and when we find that that care is not effective enough for the recovery of the patient, we can change the treatment plans and we can also change the way we are providing care, and this can also help them promote their health. So in this way, we nurses also have the authority to control our own work. The next characteristic here is service to the society. So as I've said, being a nurse, it not only require you to have a good theoretical knowledge, but you must also put these into practice. How can you do this? So as a nurse, we can put all the knowledge and all the skills which we have into practice by providing services to the people. So being in a particular profession which you are in, it is also your responsibilities and duties to provide services to the society. The next characteristics of the profession is that each profession will be having their extended period of formal training. The next one here is a self-regulation and the credentialing system to certify the competency of a particular candidate for the particular profession. The next is the legal reinforcement of the professional standards, the ethical practice, as well as the creation of a collegial subculture. The next characteristic of a profession is that it assures its members a professional career. And the last one here is that it is practical rather than theoretical. So it is good if we have a good theoretical knowledge, but it will be better if we have a good practical skills and how we put this theoretical knowledge into practice, because at the end, this is what will matter the most. So here we have come to the end of this topic, whereby in today's session we have discussed about the definition of a profession, the various criteria of a profession, as well as the criteria which was given by Brixler. We've also discussed about many characteristics of a profession. So I hope you guys have got a clear insight of this topic. I'll be meeting you guys in another session whereby we will be dealing with the furthermore topics of this particular subject. Thank you.